Royal Caribbean is known for their massive cruise ships with all the bells and whistles. Since 2009, they have held the top 5 largest cruise ship spots, and there's about to be a new number one with the Icon of the Seas. So let's take a look at some of the similarities and differences between this new Icon of the Seas and the Oasis Class ships. I'm Linda and this is Erin with Traveling Flamingo. I wanted to pop in here and share, as we do every year at this time of year during the season of giving, we're going to donate all the proceeds from our merchandise store to Feed Ontario. That way you can both help support a family and get some awesome merchandise. Erin's favorite is the Life is Good t-shirt. Feed Ontario is our local food bank, and for every dollar donated, it can buy 3 meals. One thing that surprised us was that 40% of the people accessing our local food bank are children. Our website and also the Feed Ontario links are in the description below.
The Oasis Class ships include the Oasis of the Seas, the Wonder of the Seas, the Allure, the Symphony, the Harmony, and the Utopia of the Seas. These ships have been the largest in the world and can accommodate up to 6,500 guests. The new Icon class includes the Icon of the Seas and the Star of the Seas, which will be the next in the series. It doesn't begin sailing until the fall of 2025. These ships are bigger in both tonnage and number of guests.
So let's take a quick look at some of the numbers comparing the new Icon class with the Oasis class. And we'll start with a big thing that the Icon class is going to be using the LNG fuel, which is a greener fuel source. I know you've done a lot of research about that. And so it's great to see more ships going towards that. And we've sailed with it before and hadn't noticed any issues. The passenger capacity on the new Icon is going to be over 7,000, around 7,600. Where on the Wonder of the Seas, it was 6,988. So it's actually an 8% increase in passengers. But interestingly, when it comes to the crew, for the Icon, there'll be 2,350, which is actually only 50 more than the Wonder of the Seas. So that's a 2% increase. So you'll have an 8% increase in passengers, but only a 2% increase in crew. So we're interested to see if you feel that difference. I know when we sailed on the Carnival Mardi Gras, we really did notice that difference when it came to some things like meals and dining times and stuff like that. In terms of the ship, the new one is 11 feet longer. The Icon of the Seas is going to be 11 feet longer and 3 feet wider. When exploring the ships, you're going to actually get a few more decks to be exploring, because on Wonder of the Seas, there's only 18 decks for passengers, and there'll be 20. So there's always fun when there's more to be exploring. Another sort of interesting fact number is that there are 24 elevators on the Wonder of the Seas. You've got 12 at the front and 12 at the back. Interestingly, on the Icon of the Seas, so even though there's 8% more passengers, they're going to have 2 less elevators. And I know that doesn't sound like a big deal, but it's already a really long wait for elevators. There are many times Erin was still recovering and you know, trying to do 10 decks of stairs was too much. So I would walk and meet him there. So we weren't trying to get 2 of us onto an elevator. So I'm very interested to see how that plays out with the passenger increase, but yet elevator decrease.
Yeah, it was very hard. A lot of times you had to go down. Like if you wanted to go up, you'd have to take the elevator down just to turn around and go back up is the only way to get on one.
Yeah, so we'll keep you posted on that.
Yeah. So as you may know, the Oasis Class ships, which are all the ones we talked about, minus the Icon and the Utopia, they were one of the first ships to have these areas called neighborhoods. And these neighborhoods were specifically designed for specific purposes. So on both classes, both the Icon and the Oasis class, you're still going to have Central Park, and that's that living space where they got beautiful trees inside and birds sometimes even. As well, you're going to have the Royal Promenade, which is where the restaurants and shops are in the middle. That's classic on every Royal Caribbean ship for the most part. You're also going to have the Suite neighborhood. That is only on some of the Oasis class ships, but on most of them, it's sort of a suite guest only area. So that's still going to exist as well. The ones you won't find on the Icon class ships is going to be the boardwalk. So that was that area with the merry-go-round. So that won't be there. They won't.
Merry-go-round will be there, but in a different neighborhood. Yes.
Oh, they moved it. So it won't be where it usually is. However, you won't have the pool and sports zone. There will still be pools and so forth, but those are in a different area and it's not the same neighborhood. The entertainment place, so that's where you'd find the comedy club and the casino or even the ice skating in that area that you might remember underneath Promenade. It won't be there. And the youth zone, the Find Adventure Ocean, for all of those who remember AO, that will not be the same neighborhood. And the Vitality Spa and Fitness. So they're going to be changing those things up for the Icon class. So there will be some new neighborhoods on the Icon. You're going to have the Aqua Dome. So the Aqua Dome is going to be a relaxing area with bars. Very in the same position where you'd have Serenity now at the front of the ship is now going to be at the back of the ship, and it's got this really cool waterfall that comes down several stories that's going to land in a pool. So that'll be very neat. Chill Island, you can see a bit of the branding is aligning with Perfect Day at Coco Key. And so Chill Island will be where your main pool is, where the couple pools are, the swim up bars, that type of stuff that you're used to on the Oasis class. Additionally, you'll have Surfside, and this is where the boardwalk used to be. This is going to include things for young families, Adventure Ocean, which will be where it's going to be moved to. There'll be an arcade. They still have the carousel, and you'll be able to play different water features, splash pads, a little bit of a modernization of what they do have on the original Oasis class ships, but moved into their own area. You'll also have Thrill Island, again, branding similar to Perfect Day at Coco Cay, and this is where there will be water slides, rope courses, flow riders, and everything else that you would have in terms of entertainment. So those are now going to be on something called Thrill Island, which is a new neighborhood for Icon Class.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to explore how they have brought in some new things, kept some old things, but just sort of moved it around. And I'm excited in the Aqua Dome, they are still going to have the Aqua shows. So if those are your favorite shows, don't worry, they're still going to be there. So on that note of the Aqua Dome, let's have a look at some of the activities that are going to be offered, some that are the same and some that are different. So some of the similar venues are going to be the skating rink, the Aqua Theater, although called Aqua Dome, rock climbing, laser tag, mini golf, of course, as well as the water slides. There's a whole bunch that you still have. If you've sailed with Royal before, you know that there's a ton of entertainment on board. Many people, or some people, don't even get off at the cruise ports. They just, enjoy the ship. But on that note of the water slides, there are some updates with new and improved water slides, and there are more than there were on the Oasis class ship. So if you're a water slide fan, you'll want to get on the Icon of the Sea. You'll also find the first ever free fall water slide at sea, and it's the first ever family raft ride. I like the family raft rides. I don't love enclosed ones so much, but definitely looking forward to trying that out.
When it comes to restaurants, of course, there's going to be some classic restaurants that are going to be on board, which of course are also on the Oasis class ships and several others. This is still going to include the main dining rooms, the Windjammer Buffet that everybody loves, Coastal Kitchen, which is for suite guests. So we've never tried it, but if you've ever tried it, let us know, or happy to have an invite in the future if you're ever on a ship with us. Additionally, Park Cafe, which is one of Linda's favorite restaurants, and Sorrento's Pizza, which I think everybody goes to at least once on a cruise. Next, there are going to be some specialty restaurants that you can find on both. These ones aren't changing. Chops Grill for all of your steak. Azumi, they had great sushi and so forth. You'll also find Playmakers, Johnny Rockets, which we enjoyed the last time we were there, and we have a video of if you're interested in what they serve. Linda really enjoyed the cheese fries. Next, new dining locations are going to fit those neighborhoods. So for example, there's going to be Pearl Cafe, the Surfside Eatery, the Grove, which is a second suites only restaurant. So they're expanding that. Deserted Milkshake Bar, which I think Linda would be more than happy to try, as well as myself. And there's going to be some new specialty dining restaurants, Pier 7, Empire Supper Club, and the Celebration Table.
I'm glad that they brought in more included as well and not just only brought in more specialty dining.
Yeah.
Because I do appreciate trying all the included restaurants, and maybe we'll throw in a specialty here or there for an event, like if we're celebrating birthday or anniversary, but having more included dining is always nice and takes some of the pressure off the Windjammer.
And different flavors, right? It's really kind of nice to have different types of food on board.
Mm-hmm. So let's have a look at the accommodations. There are some similarities between the new Icon and the Oasis class, but there are also some differences, and that's partly because of the new neighborhoods. So you can expect interior rooms, ocean view, balconies, interior balconies over neighborhoods. But something that's new to the Icon is the infinite balcony. And if you've seen our video about the infinite verandas on Celebrity, you know our thoughts about them. So it's we'll see how that all works out. And something else that they actually aren't going to have on the Icon class that they had on the Oasis class is the virtual balconies, the virtual sort of rooms, interior rooms with windows. So There is a good variety still, depending on what your budget and what you're looking for, but there will be some changes. And if you're interested in trying out that infinite balcony, have a look at our infinite veranda video and see if that is for you.
Yeah, I'm surprised they put more of those on the ship, but people like them, people don't like them.
Yes, so we'll see. We'll
Yes.
see.
So overall, it looks like there's a lot of really interesting changes. It's not just it's a whole new class of ships. It is the Icon class versus the Oasis class. And it looks like they're trying to really refine what they've done. You could see some of these changes come in through the life of the Oasis class, where you've seen Wonder have that playscape area and so forth that they're kind of expanding. And so it's kind of like the next iteration on it, but it looks like there's a lot of fundamental changes too, like using liquid natural gas, as well as trying to refine the experience. So we'll be interested in the logistics of like all the different spaces and moving between them, and how that is for your family and so forth, if you want to go from place A to place B, and if that's more work or less work than before, especially with less elevators.
Yeah, we're really interested to know your thoughts on the changes, some of the stats in terms of 8% more guests, but only 2% more crew, and then decrease in elevators. Or do you have a favorite class of ships? We really enjoyed the Odyssey of the Seas as well. So maybe you're like, I'm not interested in it getting any bigger or any more people. Maybe you've got other things that you're interested in with Royal Caribbean. So let us know in the comments below. We really love being part of this community and hearing everybody's ideas and opinions. If you're interested in some more of our content, we have another channel, Flamingos in Wonderland, where we talk about all things Disney and share some fun shorts with you guys, so check that out. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch our video. It means a lot to us. Remember, memories are forever, so make them magical. Thanks again for watching, and happy travels.